All right. Well, first off, I think that there's 1,000 different ways today to actually get a song to blow up, right? Because you can do all this different marketing stuff, you can build relationships, but at the end of the day, if somebody puts out a funny cat video with your song on it, that little video might actually do better than your entire marketing campaign. And that's what you have to realize about marketing is that it's an art form, and to actually get plays for your music is just how there's a billion ways to make a song, there's also a million ways to market. And so when you start looking at marketing as an art form is when you're going to go to the next level. But to start off, okay, let's say I'm just going to create a scenario where you're going to release an EP, and I'm just going to say 6 months, okay?
Yeah.
So during the 6 months of building up your EP, you're going to be focusing on probably the biggest thing, which is building relationships.
Yeah.
And when I say relationships, I mean try to connect with as many artists as possible. Don't just try and show them your song. Don't just try to tell them about your upcoming release. Actually try to become friends with them, right? So maybe you just see that they're talking about a certain thing on Facebook or Twitter, and you join in the conversation. Maybe you help them with some graphics. Maybe you see if you can provide value to their record label somehow. Like maybe they need some extra help. They're getting internships. I don't know what it is, but figure out a way to help certain people in the music industry to try and build a friendship, to be friends with them, right? And you're going to be doing this probably for a majority of the time leading up to the launch, because pretty much what you're doing is you and me are big fans of Gary Vaynerchuk. It's like giving value. You want to help these people, like jab, jab, jab. And he calls it the right hook, is when you pretty much ask for a favor. And that's kind of what you need to do. You need to build this social currency with all these people. Provide so much value to all these different artists, people that own labels, people that own music blogs, people that own YouTube channels, that when the time comes to release your music project, it's really easy to ask your friend to say, hey man, would you mind posting this up on your channel? So leading up to it, I would say it's all about relationships, 100%. You need to also be thinking about your brand. Okay, what does your music project represent? Making sure you have your entire image and what you're going to be presenting as a music artist, and make sure you're honing down on your sound, obviously. But then when it actually comes release time, first off, I would say definitely free is the way to go. Figure out a different way to monetize, because selling songs is not the best way.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is, I would personally release a song for free, and if you have an EP, I would release a song one by one and kind of build some momentum on it. Okay. And I would also put them up for free download. Use Artist Union. And you have 3 download spots or you have 3 follow spots. So not only does, when somebody has to download it, are they going to have to follow and repost the track and like the track, but they're also going to have to follow other accounts. A lot of people complain about this in the producer world that they don't like.
Why? Sorry to interrupt. Why do you think that is? Because I do not understand why people get so upset.
Well, I don't understand why they complain, because most of the fans do not give a shit about what's reposted in their SoundCloud or who they follow. Only producers give a shit, and you have to understand that there's a shit ton of fans on SoundCloud. So ignore the producers. Like, if you don't want the download, you don't have to get it. Like, It doesn't. And if you really get mad about songs being reposted in your SoundCloud, just unrepost it, Exactly. But like I said, a majority of the people you're going for who are actual just music listeners, and they are going to be people who are don't give a shit. Literally, they don't give a shit about their SoundCloud. It's not like their Facebook where they're scared to post something because their friends will see it. It's not like Instagram where they're trying to keep everything pretty, or Snapchat where they're trying to keep it personal. They literally do not give a shit. So what I would do is I would put 3 people on your download gate. I would try to use those relationships you build up to pitch one of the bloggers or YouTube channels or maybe a label head or something to repost your track on their SoundCloud the day you release. And I would try to get them to do that and to ask them only for a repost for only a couple of hours or maybe one day in return for you putting them on their download gate. And after that 1 day time period is up, I would keep searching for other people, because you'll get actually some good traction from all the reposts coming from those reposts of your people that you build relationships with. And as you say, hey, would you mind just putting it up for a day? They're getting free downloads and followers and stuff. And then as your song gets more momentum, what you want to do is you want to keep trying to pitch other people on your extra download spots. So like, take one person off. You guys did the deal for the day. Take him off. You have an extra spot. Use that spot and use the success of the song to pitch more bloggers, pitch more repost channels, to keep reposting your song in return for a favor, or in return for being on the download gate. And this is kind of a cool strategy we use. And on top of this, I would also have a plan for Hypem and Reddit. Reddit is not going to get you a shit ton of plays, but if you get on top of Reddit, which is pretty easy to get your friends and stuff to upvote, you are going to get a decent amount, like probably a couple thousand. And a couple thousand on top of download repost gate is going to help you out, probably turn it into 10, 15,000. Same thing with Hypem. Hypem, to get on number 1 on Hypem, you only need 300 or 400 votes, okay? Fucking figure out how to do that beforehand. Have a plan for Hypem, because you get up on Hypem, you're going to be getting 50 to 60,000 plays per day, okay? And when you multiply that times the download gate, it's going to be incredible. So, and then do all that. And then I would also have a follow-up plan for post-launch. Okay, after you launch a song, how are you going to keep this momentum going? How are you going to keep the hype up? Maybe you run a remix contest. Maybe you have certain artists already remix a song for you. And I would even say that I'm not opposed to even paying for a repost channel and trying it out. Like, I pay all different kinds of advertising mediums to test out different sites, different things like YouTube advertisement, Facebook advertisement. Don't be afraid to lose a little bit of money on a song release, okay? That's not where you want to be afraid to lose your money on, okay? If you're going out to eat just at nice restaurants or you're spending money on stupid shit like alcohol, you have to understand that, like, that's where you want to be afraid to lose your money on. Don't be afraid to lose your money on some marketing stuff for your music project. That's where you really want to be investing.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Some of these people are spending hundreds of dollars on plugins and audio software, yet they're too afraid to chuck $10 at a Facebook ad or a repost channel, like you say. It just makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense. And honestly, the people that aren't afraid to lose their money are the people that are actually going to be capitalizing the best when they make that small $5-10 investment to like a Facebook ad or something, and they discover that it's fucking only $1 or $2 to get 1,000 impressions, and they discover this little hack to grow their hype M votes or something like that. And those are the people that are going to win because they're going to get a huge advantage at the start. And then after they figure it out and other people figure it out and everybody starts to figure it out, it's not going to be as valuable. And then those people who aren't afraid are going to be venturing off into other areas to experiment with, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk about social media for a moment because I know a lot of people struggle with this. And I did back in the day when I focused on myself as a producer and an artist. You know, I'd release a song maybe twice a month, but between that, I wouldn't know what to post. I wouldn't know how to engage with my fans. I mean, you know, you can't post a SoundCloud link every single day for a month. People just get sick of that. So what advice would you give, or what kind of content, if you were focusing on yourself full-time as an artist, what kind of content would you post in between releases?
I would get actually really personal, and I would maybe even do stuff. First off, yeah, like you said, you can't always post SoundCloud links, right? That's not always going to work. That's not even going to work that well during your release, okay? But what you can do is you can't entertain people. Or look at people like Dylan Francis and Getter. They're just posting like silly, goofy videos, and they're fucking slaying it, right? Some people are making those cool little videos. For like they'll take a little clip of a viral video, take the little word, and then they'll remix it into a song, you know. Those seem to be doing really well right now. Even people just posting pictures of their day, people doing maybe even live stream. That's something I've been playing around with and have a lot of success with. And also just copying other artists, okay? If you see other artists post something about a poem or something and they get a shit ton of likes and exposure, then maybe you should go post a poem. Or some artist is posting a motivational quote and it worked for him. Why don't you fucking do it? You know? Look to other social media channels for advice. You know, don't just listen to me. Just go look at what's already working. And the biggest thing, the reason you need to really constantly post and not only post when your track comes out is because you need to stay relevant in people's attention span. Gary Vaynerchuk, as we always talks about attention, right? Supply and demand of attention. And that's really what you're fighting for. Like a lot of music producers, when they're releasing a song, it's not just about let's say competing with other people in your genre. You're competing with other people in the whole scene. You're competing with people that don't even make electronic music, people that make more like instrumental band type music, people that do hip hop, people that do rap, people that do heavy metal. Okay, you're competing with all those people for fans to listen to your song over theirs. But I'm going to go even a step deeper. You're competing with one of your fans' girlfriends or boyfriends, Snapchatting them because, right, they could be listening to your song. A little Snapchat comes up and they're fucking gone, right? They close out of your song, they go check out the Snapchat, they get a Facebook notification, and they never see your song ever again. That's why the value of a good song has actually gone down a little because there's so much noise on the internet. You're looking through cat memes and viral videos on Facebook all day, getting emails, getting phone calls, getting text messages that even to get somebody to play your track is hard as shit. That's why marketing is so hard nowadays, you know? But if you should take advantage of the newest strategies and stuff and actually study the marketing side of it, that's why you can capitalize as a music producer. That's why people with even shitty songs are hitting #1 on the radio sometimes, you know? And you can see this even like mainstream radio a lot.